Okay folks, let's see if I can make this one come up a treat. It's a piece of shit, piece of rubbish that I found and I thought would look good as a demo piece. It's been weathered, so most of the dirt is off. It doesn't smell anymore because it's been in the weather for so long, it appears, or at least long enough. Otherwise I wouldn't use it. Just wondering how big to make this piece. Gonna make it 200 to start with. Okay, let's see what we have here. It is some kind of fish tin. You can see, yeah, it looks like it's probably what are they called? Kippers or whatever they call it, mackerel? I don't know. Not quite a sardine tin, I don't think, but something similar. Just going to line it up like so. Maybe make it a bit less on the angle. Maybe this kind of angle, that'll do the job. Gonna put a bit of paper behind it and put the dock feeder onto it. I'm gonna make this into something interesting. This photocopier has now been in service in this unit for 6 years. This is the 6th birthday, you could say, or the anniversary, should I say, since I had it installed on Friday the 13th, 2018, and that's come up looking really quite a treat. I do think we don't need the background colour. I might do something to that. Gonna switch it off and see how it looks. Yeah, looks interesting. Still looks brown even without the brown. It looks very similar, and we got this problem here with the bubbling of the toner. Fuck, it's just a nuisance, this shit, folks. This shows the machine's getting very old. It's not young anymore, it's not fresh, it's not up to date. It's a very old system we have, and it's lasted longer than I expected, but it's still not as good as a photocopier should be. I really have no respect for the industry or the kind of people that typically work in it. They're really money-fucked idiots. I don't have any respect for the industry or the people. They just care about money and that's it. That's not what I want. I'm the kind of person that I want to design a copier system, and I endeavour to do it from scratch off my own bat. One day they'll have technology to fix the brain damage I had at birth, and I'm one day going to succeed in remaking the photocopier from scratch, folks. I'm not going to give up, just as much as I'm not going to give up on my dream of becoming recognised as an artist and getting in touch with my partner Luigi so I can get my life in order, so I can make my future dreams come true and help others in the process. I'm not interested in keeping this all this success to myself. I really want to make a difference with it. I really want to do something useful in this world. Even when the whole world is doing stupid things, I don't want to be a part of that life. I don't want to be a part of the stupidity. I want to be a part of the sensibility and the logic of making the world a better place. I don't want to be an idiot. I want to be someone who can do something useful. And that's what want to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Even though the 6 o'clock news doesn't seem to welcome my kind of article, I'm not going to give up on them. I'm going to keep hounding them with my work and my talk. And I don't care what they think. I'm just going to keep going at it and going at it and going at it until I get what I want, until I get my place on the airwaves, and hopefully eventually it'll end up that I'll redesign the photocopier and make it a better piece of equipment to work with, so even the people in the TV studio will someday benefit that I did something useful, and that they can indeed concentrate on what they do, and that is to present the news, and they don't have to fucking tangle with a copier system like this, for example. So, something sensible. We've got to make things that work, things that are good for the planet, good for humanity. We don't want to leave out the poor and the needy, like a lot of companies do. They don't care at all. They don't give a shit. They don't fucking give a shit. They just care about money. The love of money is what underpins pretty much everything in this world. And I guess that's why I don't appear on the news, because my work doesn't appear to embody the love of money coming into the TV channel. So really it's affecting my game. It's really making it difficult for me to get ahead. I don't count as one of the lucrative ones. But, I'm not going to give up. I do believe in the power of good. The power of good overcomes the power of evil. Even if it takes forever, even if it takes a long time, it will. It's always the case. It will happen. Why do we have heroes in movies? Why do heroes normally beat the antagonists? It's like that. You got to think of life as a bit like a movie, folks, that you're in the good side of it, and if you're on the good side, you're going to succeed. But if you're on the side of evil, look out. The hero's going to come and pick your plans apart. And that's it, the hero. And then, of course, the evil person is proven to be the zero, not the hero. So, you've got to think like that, folks. That's how I keep myself from going bonkers. Keep myself from going bonkers is trying to think of something positive. That being on the good side of this world is going to pay off eventually. Even if it takes almost a lifetime, it's going to be good, folks. Got to think of life like a movie. That if you're the one that wants to do good, you're going to win. And the people who want to do bad, well, they better look out, because they're going to get crushed. Like this piece of metal. Well, you know what I mean, folks. Beaten. That evil's going to be successfully kicked to the curb, you could say, folks. So you got to believe in the power of good. That if you want to do good for this world, you can. That you can do something good, and that you can beat the forces of evil or the forces of darkness. I know this sounds a bit like movie speak, or a bit like hero speak, a bit like, a bit of the old Star Wars, that sort of shit, but you got to believe in it somewhere, because sometimes it's the only way you're going to get anywhere, is to believe in good and evil, knowing which one's the dominant force. Yes, evil sounds dominant, but we all know in a superhero movie, typically evil is crushed. Sometimes they might make an anti-climax movie, but you just got to ignore that, because that's just shit. You got to believe in good. good is more powerful than evil, folks. So yeah, think like a Star Wars movie. Like Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. But they always make more movies about it, but I do like to think of it being more like the original trilogy. I've forgotten how it all goes, but yeah, but I think it was like Luke Skywalker always won. And let's see how we go. That's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.